Hello and welcome everyone. In this video tutorial, we will discuss how we can manipulate different fields of a model in Django. So we will start off this topic by discussing how we can add a new field in our Django model. Then we will discuss how we can update an existing field in a Django. After this, we will also discuss how we can remove an existing field from a model in Django, and in the last we will discuss how we can remove the complete model from Django. So without any further delay, let's jump to the very first topic. Now basically what we have done in our previous tutorials, we have discussed how we can define model and its fields in Django. And after understanding this thing, the next phase is to understand how we can modify an existing model. Now to add a new field to an existing model in Django, we just need to modify the models.py file of our application where we have already defined our model class. To define a new field, we just need to define another class attribute in the model class of models.py file. So what we will do, we will discuss all these things with the help of an example. So here on the screen you can see the models.py file that we have created in our previous tutorial. So we created one model class which was profile, and this profile class consists of 5 fields. Now each field is a class attribute. For example, first name is there, which is a char field, character field, then last name is there, then age is there, contact is there, and email is there. Now if we want to define a new field, what we have to do, we have to define another class attribute. So for example, I want to add another field with name last login, and again I will use the models module, and within the models module we have different classes. This time I will define a date field, and I will also define a default value for this. Now for the default value, what I will do, I will use a datetime.now function. So we have already discussed about the now function. So basically there is one package with name datetime. In that package we have another module with the same name, which is datetime only. Now this module consists of a function which is known as now. What this function will do, it will return the current time of the system. So what we have done, we have defined another field with name last login, and we have defined this field as a datetime field, and we have also defined a default value for it. So the default value will be the current time at the time of entry in the table. Now we have made changes in our models.py file. Now to apply these changes in our database, what we need to do, we need to execute 2 commands. So what I will do, I will open my command prompt. So here on the screen you can see my command prompt. I have already activated my virtual environment, which is my venv, and I am also in the same directory where my manage.py file is located. So here you can see manage.py file is there. Let me clear the screen first. So what we have to do by these commands, first we need to mark all the migrations which are there. So for this I will type python manage.py make migrations and hit enter. So here you can see one migration file has been created. The name of this file is 0002 underscore profile underscore last underscore login. So basically this is the migration number, which is 0002. Then profile is the name of the model, and last underscore login is the field name. And what happens by this migration, one field with name last underscore login is added to the profile model. Now once the migration has been created, we have to apply those migrations, and for this we need to use this command, which is python manage.py migrate. So here you can see all migration has been applied, where we can see home dot 0002 migration is also applied. Now if I want to check the equivalent SQL for this, what we can do, we can use this command, which is python manage.py SQL migrate, and after this we need to specify the name of the application, which is, in my case, the name of the application is home, and after that we also need to specify the migration number. So the migration number is 0002. Let me hit enter. So here you can see the equivalent for this. So by this migration, what was happening, one field with name last underscore login has been added to profile. So here you can see bunch of stuff has been done. So what we have done, they created a new table with name new underscore underscore home underscore profile. Now this table consists of the last login field. Then they have fetched all the data from the previous table, which was home underscore profile, and they have inserted that data in the new table, and in the last they have dropped the existing table, and they have altered the new table to the name of the previous one. So in this way we can add new fields to our Django model. After adding new fields, what we can do, we can also modify the existing field. So here you can see I will make one modification. For example, I have this field last underscore name and the maximum length for this is 30. Let me change it to 20. And again, you can see we have make modifications in my models.py file. So we have to mark all the migrations and then apply those migrations. So I will use the same two commands, make migrations and migrate. So first I will use the make migrations command. Now here, let's ignore this warning and let's look at what will happen when we execute this. So one field with name last underscore name has been altered. Now let's use the migrate command to apply these changes. And again, as you know, I will use the SQL migrate command to get its equivalent SQL, but this time the migration number is 0003. Let's hit enter, and here you can see we will get the equivalent SQL for the above operation. So in this way, we have also added a new field and we have also understood how we can update an existing field. Now let's understand how we can remove a field. For this, I will move back to my models.py file. What I will do here, I will remove this contact field. Now again, our model class has been modified. One attribute has been removed. Again, I will move back to my console and use those same command, make migrations and then migrate. So what was happening by this migration? Here you can see remove field contact from profile. This is the main operation. Again, if I fetch the SQL for it, migration number is 0004. Let's hit enter. And here you can see the contact field is now been removed. Now what if we want to remove the entire model from our database? What we will do in such cases? So let's consider this example that we have to remove this profile model from our database. So what I will do, I will remove this complete class from my models.py file. I will save this file. I will open the command prompt. Let's clear the screen. Let's run the same two commands, make migration, and here you can see delete model profile. This is the main operation, and I will use the migrate command now, and the migration has been applied. If you want to see the equivalent SQL for it, let's use the SQL migrate command. This time the migration number is 0005. Let's hit enter, and this is the simple SQL which has been performed. So we have used the drop table SQL statement to drop the table. So in terms of database, the name of the table is home underscore profile, where home is the name of the application and profile is the model. So I hope with this you all understand how we can manipulate fields in our model and how we can even delete the model from our database. And with this we have come to the end of this tutorial session, and thank you so much for watching this video. We will see you in the next one.